Hello everyone, my name is Shauna and I'm a realtor with Finley Estates. Now, I know you want to know a few things about purchasing property and getting the best value for your money, but let's talk about the first steps you got to make. Contact NHD. Now, you have to find out if you're eligible for a mortgage with NHD or with a bank. The reason why I said NHD first is because NHD, you're already contributing that from your salary, or you pay that every year. And so I would recommend you contact them too, or you can contact the bank for just additional options as well. NHD also provides you with a longer and a lesser mortgage rate. So instead of the bank will charge you, so the interest rate is more with the bank than with NHD. And with the bank, they let you pay, let's say 30 years versus NHD that, for example, will may take you to 45 years of payment depending on your age and your salary as well. Now, one important factor to consider when purchasing is to ensure that you have your deposit, because you don't want to waste your time and the realtor's time and the vendor's time in searching for your property. So let's say you have saved your deposit, which is usually 10%, 10 to 15%. Some vendors ask for more, some developers ask for more, depends on who you're working with, all right? But at this current rate, let's put it at 11%. Now, I want you to have at least 11% of the cost of the house that you're going to purchase or the land that you're going to purchase, because you need to make that down payment right away, and then we start the process with NHD. You're also going to need to get the valuation and surveyor's report as well to take to the NHD or the mortgage institution of your choice. All right. Now, if you also have a good relationship with your bank, you can also do a joint mortgage with NHD and with the bank. If the property is, a little bit expensive and you want to get more funding, you can incorporate the bank in your purchase. So it's not impossible. You can do them both, right? Now, for right now, I really want to say your first house is not your last house. So don't be afraid to buy a small property, live there for a second, and then you can sell it back and get something else. Because remember this, real estate does not go down. It stays, and sometimes it increases. So you look for it in a good area or a developing area where it is a little bit on the affordable side, and then you can make that purchase, and then you can keep it, fix it up, sell it. You could become a house flipper over time because you now know the ropes of selling, buying, and selling. But let's say this, the first house you buy doesn't have to necessarily be your dream house. It can be your starter home where you can just buy it, you live there, and maybe later on you could go and get something in the countryside or something on the beach, something that you wanted. You can also think about buying land first, considering that that is a cheaper avenue. You can get land, depending on the areas, say 3 million. NHD gives you 2 million. And you'll find 1 million. Now you also need your deposit as well. So that's a little bit more economical than the house, because you have to find a bigger portion for the deposit, and you have to know where you're going to get the balance from, because NHD gives between 4.5 to 5 million in mortgage. So are you going to purchase a $10 million house? You must know where you're going to get the next 5 million from. All right, now let's move on to something else. At this time, a lot of young people within the ages of, let's say 30, 25 to 30, females are moving mostly towards apartments. I really and truly recommend that for us at this time, considering that it's safer. You have gated access where you're remote You press that in and you're inside your house, and nobody can tell what apartment you live in versus a house. But it depends on what makes you comfortable as well. And there are apartments in the price range at 12 to 15 million, and you can get something that is not so new, but in say the 9 million, 10 million bracket. All right. Now, if you're looking for something more in the 7 million, you can always go get something in Portmore and or St. Catherine. You have Eltham View, Eltham Vista. Schemes like those are there for you to take advantage of if you're living in that area. Kingston is a little bit hard to get for that price range, considering that Kingston has, it's a city. All right. You can also visit www.finleyestates.com and you'll see most of what the prices are. Email me at shauna@finleyestates.com with any questions or queries that you may have about getting a property and what you're required to do. But please remember the steps that I said earlier. Remember, you're definitely going to need your deposit, because if the vendor accepts your offer, now it's time to pay your deposit. You're going to have that deposit ready, and also your qualification letter from NHD or the mortgage institution that you choose as well. If you have like a brother or sister that you can join your points with, you can also do that from NHD, and let's say get a 2-bedroom house or a 3-bedroom house, and then later on you can move on